This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, August 18th. A mix of sun and clouds with a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm and a high of 101. Clear this evening, but the low will still be a warm 80 degrees. Here are today's headlines. The Texas Senate could move the GOP's redistricting plan forward in the next few days after the redistricting panel advanced the map on Sunday afternoon. Wasting little time in the second special session, the redistricting committee voted out the map on a 6-3 party line vote. Senate Bill 4 contains the same map that was considered in the first special session. The map would give Republicans an advantage in 5 congressional districts. The first overtime session ended Friday after dozens of House Democrats left the state, denying the House a quorum and stalling action on legislation in the state House. Governor Greg Abbott, however, kept his word and immediately called a second extra session to start Friday. The Senate immediately got to work later that day and scheduled the redistricting committee to hold its public hearing for Sunday afternoon. Similar to all of the redistricting hearings conducted by panels in both the House and Senate, an overwhelming majority of individuals who spoke Sunday opposed the new congressional map. Only one person of the 43 who testified Sunday supported the map. Sunday's hearing lasted a little over 2.5 hours. The Senate is scheduled to gavel in Monday afternoon. In other news, authorities are investigating after Nazi Germany flags were found hanging outside on Rockwall-Heath High School's facade over the weekend. Heath police were called to the Rockwall ISD school at about 6:40 in the morning Saturday after antisemitic materials were discovered hanging from the school's east side. Heath is about 25 miles east of downtown Dallas. Heath Mayor Jeremiah McClure described the scene as a hateful display and said in a social media post, "We are committed to working closely with Rockwall ISD to investigate this matter thoroughly and identify those responsible." In an email to the school's staff and families, Rockwall-Heath High School principal Todd Bradford described the flags as inappropriate and offensive, and their hanging as a criminal act. Next up, Chris Carpenter, co-owner of Dallas restaurant Hendy's on Henderson, died on Sunday, August 10th, after spending the prior evening at the bustling bar. Hendy's has been open barely a month. Carpenter was 41. His cause of death is unknown. Friend and fellow bar operator Andrew Young called him a high-risk, high-reward person who was a meticulous manager with a magnetic personality. Friends and family hosted a celebration of life for Carpenter at Hendy's last Thursday. And the week leading up to the Cowboys' 31-13 loss to the Baltimore Ravens on Saturday began with an admission about a mystery. In the words of Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer, there was a reason quarterback Joe Milton played more than Will Grier in the first preseason game against the Rams. It was not a negative about Grier. He is a known quantity. The Cowboys coaching staff wanted to learn more about Milton. So far, it's led to more questions than answers. Milton is now 26 for 47 this preseason with 265 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and 2 INTs. He also took a safety on the opening drive of Saturday's game. For the Cowboys, the Milton mystery has been a microcosm of a larger mystery. The Cowboys entered this offseason with plenty of questions. No team is immune from them initially, but over time, answers usually emerge. Instead, those initial questions have only added layers, compounded by what has been seen during the first 2 preseason games. The Cowboys also struggled to run the ball Saturday. Miles Sanders, their leading rusher, finished with 7 carries for 15 yards, and as a team averaged just 2.5 yards per carry. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.